Hello, I'm Czardus, and let's play Cities Skylines. Welcome back to my map test series, my searching for the best map event, or I guess I don't know that event is the right word, but my search for the best map. How about that? This map today that we are going to look at and play a little bit of is called the Oasis. It is a new one. It was just posted a few days ago by IhmeHihhuli. I hope I got that right, but it's a very interesting map. It has this dam over here that you can see on the screen right now, and it's not a functional dam. It's just for looks, but it really creates this vibe of a reservoir out in the desert that has been made as an area decided to build a hydroelectric dam. But what you need for it is the Springwood map theme, then network extensions 2, some trees, and some rocks. It isn't too bad. It hasn't been detailed too much. It looks like it has a lot of trees, but it actually, according to the description, only has 155,000, which is well below the limit. And a lot of them are low poly, so they should not be very heavy on your system. The other things to note, there is no shipping route because we're on a river that has a dam and there wouldn't be anywhere for the ships to go. And then they also suggest that there is a bit of, there's a pre-built sewage facility that we'll take a look at in a little bit, and a little bit of electricity as well. The dam does not produce that, but I see some whatchamacallit, wind tower. Wind tower? My brain. I need some coffee. I'm gonna have some coffee right now. Like windmills. Wind turbines. There's the word. That's what I'm looking for. So now we're going to move on to the start square here, and you can see that we have two highways meeting together, and they kind of lead in a weird way. Oh, we've got an autosave here, but bear with me for a moment. They kind of lead together and lead into the start square in a kind of unusual way. It's a very interesting way that it's been set up, and I'm honestly not sure that I like it. It makes it a little bit more difficult to have a realistic start to this area. But anyway, it is what it is, and we will work with it. But let's go ahead and take a look here in more detail. You can see that it leads over here. There's this interchange of sorts where they kind of combine together and quite possibly have a bit of traffic. So this has external connection, that has an external connection, and over here we have one going out that way. So yeah, we'll probably have a bit of traffic that takes this to get over there, and I would be concerned that that would get overloaded pretty quick, especially when we get people coming in this way to the start square, and that's the only way in. So anybody coming from here has to come all the way down here and go through this interchange that really is not built for a lot of traffic. So that is one concern and one thing to pay attention to. Now, one nice thing is that because there's no flow, not really much flow in the water, the builder has set up a sewage treatment plant here, and we don't have to deal with it. So, I mean, there is sewage available. We just have a pipe in here that we just connect to, and then that is that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start building a bit and make sure that we can get a few milestones in to the map. That's how you really test a map, to make sure that it is playable, especially if you are a vanilla player. So let's go ahead and we'll get a road built there, and then let's take a look at this. So this is the water pipe that goes out to the sewage, and then we also have one that goes over here to this. Oh, it's interesting. That is more sewage outflow, perhaps. Interesting. That is very intriguing, the way this is done. It's a very pretty map. I wonder where the water sources are. So we have one there, And then there's a few in here that are up higher. Yeah, that's very interesting. I'm impressed by that dam. It looks very cool. Okay, then the other thing I should mention, there's a rail that goes out this way and hides in the mountain. And I don't feel like that's very realistic, especially when you look at the topography. I think any railroad designer would have sent the track along this river and then around this way and would have just hugged the water. There wouldn't be any need to build this very expensive and very long bridge, and there wouldn't be any need for this tunnel here, which comes out over here, and then another tunnel over there. And then I think there's one more tunnel, yeah, over on this side, goes out that way. And I feel like that's a little bit too much. But anyway, let's go ahead and build here. What I think I want to do is I want to have industry over here, and we'll put residential along the water. I think that makes the most sense. And we have this road here. I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and do an avenue style coming in. So that'll come in, and we already have a few issues with the train here that we have to deal with, but that isn't too bad. And in fact, we'll just use move it to select all of those nodes and get them to be pretty even. Let's do this. We're going to get this one and this one. Oh, autosave, coffee time. Those two are equal, and then we'll get these two equal as well. Then we'll just come in here and smooth from here to here. All right, so that will be our town's main avenue coming in. And then I think I want to get a tunnel underneath the highway to get over there for the industry, which is not ideal, but what we'll do is we'll bring it over here. And yeah, we can't do the industrial road yet. Go right through there. There, that'll work. So then we have a road over on this side that we just need to connect to and get it back on ground level. Yeah, and see, all of this work really wouldn't be necessary if I was happier with how some of this looked in here, but we're going to come in this way, and we're like super low. We're going to get up to ground level. And make this smooth slope. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, it's not great, but it will get us started. Let's go ahead and get this over here. Do the usual. That is really low too. There we go. That works for that. And then over in here, we will get residential off in this direction. And here we're going to bring this right along the shore. Yeah, that'll work well. And then we'll get a little bit of commerce over in this direction. So what I'm thinking is eventually we'll have another interchange put in over here that will really serve the bulk of the downtown will be over in here. Let's go ahead and get a few roads in here. Okay, that should do for residential, and we really need power and stuff. And in fact, shoot, you know what? I completely forgot to build a power plant. And now we have all these roads. I also forgot to build it with dirt roads. I'm not doing this one very well today, am I? Okay, we're going to get a power plant over here that will kind of get us started. And shoot, that's only going to be sewage. We don't have water intake. This is bad. This is not a good start for me. But we will get a water tower here. And then we need a power line from here to here. Okay, that will get us started. We're going to build residential out this way until we get a better start. Okay. We can recover from this. I'm confident of it. And it just adds to the entertainment value of this episode that right now we are struggling a little bit with cash. We're strapped for cash. There's a great song by Fountains of Wayne that has called Strapped for Cash. I highly recommend it. Okay, hopefully that will be enough because that is all the water we have, or like all the pipes we have available. And we're kind of strapped a little bit. We can't increase the budget. We can cut this down. Although power we need. Roads we don't really need. Speed this up. Get people to move in. We're already running low on power. Although, no, they should have power. Just not very windy. And that's part of the problem. And now we don't have the water available. Let's go ahead and just do this. Hope they move in, and we'll go from there. But really, the power issue is a problem. Wind output is super low. And we need the jobs, so these people are moving in even though they don't have power. Which is going to be a whole another problem. Let's see if we can get that power to jump, though. Come on, somebody move in over there. You're not going to get water, but maybe enough people will move in. Only need to get to 440. And right now we have growth coming through. It's just a matter of whether or not that will be enough. When we don't have power, we don't have water, we have a lot of problems. And if that stalls out before we get to 440, then we'll have to start over. Okay, we're gonna take the cheater's way for a moment here. And get extra power. So that should get our production up high enough that hopefully we will have enough coming in. Let's go ahead and delete these abandoned buildings and see if we get new industry coming in. But we really are about to hit that milestone, and it's all my fault for not having built dirt roads like I almost always do. And I'm just going to chalk it up to the type of day that I've been having today. But we're about to hit that milestone any moment now. And here it is. Little hamlet. So we get garbage now, and we get a grant, which is super helpful We're also making a little bit of money. Let's pause here. We want to get water. First of all, we have the water tower there. We want to get water over to here. That's the biggest thing we need right now. And then we need to get water down this way, because then we can expand in this direction. We have the roads in place already. Just a matter of getting water here and power. Well, the power we can get to jump slowly. Okay, that should be enough. What do we have to get to here? 900, yeah. So we just have to double that size. And we can do that. Let's bring another pipe out this way. And get a landfill in place, which is 4,000. Okay, unpause. And speed it up. So now we have the water that we need. We have the power that we need, and it's just a matter of getting people. And that requires just also to add a little bit more over here too. And it looks like maybe we're struggling with power again. Yeah, these are just not producing. But we don't have the money to build a better power plant, so we're just going to have to deal with that. And I think we'll just use this again. And again, if I had done a better job of the prep work ahead of time, or like if I had done dirt roads and actually remembered to build a power plant, I'm so embarrassed by that. I mean, we all make mistakes, but I'm a pro at this, and even I made a mistake there. So keep that in mind when you're playing, that even the pros make the mistakes. We need another water tower, by the way, so let's get that. And then we've got a house over here that's just out of range. You know, overall, I'm looking at this map and I'm feeling like I like the idea of it. I like the greenery, I like the reservoir. I'm not so sure that I like it for playing on, because, yeah, I mean, you would get a lot of growth in around here, and maybe you would have it along there, and then you could have, like, preserve the green space for buildings and stuff. But, I mean, not buildings, but like a park and stuff like that. But, I don't know, I'm not sure. Maybe it would be better if I knew, like, this is pretty much taken from, I think, the Lake Mead area, or Lake Tahoe idea, kind of like that lake that has been man-made, but I don't know that area very well, so I don't know how they've designed it. But let's go ahead and here, we've got some water flooding here too. That's unfortunate. Let's just raise this up. When all else fails, raise it, but move it. It's the easiest way. And if you're not using move it, then just rebuild your road. That's the other easiest thing to do. Now we've got water that has flowed way in there. Which, again, that means, I mean, you can see, oh, look, Worthy Village. Good, we got to another tile. We should have enough money that we can go in and build a power plant now, which will really be helpful. Biggest thing that city needs is a power plant. So now that is in place. Let's go ahead and turn this down like that. And now we need to get up to 1,400 to get to the next one. And I think we have plenty of space to do that. It's just a matter of getting things in place. So we'll have commercial come right along this avenue. Of course, not in the middle of the avenue. And then we'll come in with residential. on the outside of this. Oh, right, and I forgot to change the name of this here. The Oasis Czardus start. So when I'm done with this, or when the video is live, there should be a link in the description below to the Steam Workshop version of the map and my playthrough, so that if you wanted to use this as your start, you could do that. I probably should look to see if anybody's actually using those, and if not, I might not end up doing them, but at least for one more, we'll see. I don't know how many people signed up for or like used the previous ones that I've done. All right, and we are having a water issue again. Let's get another water tower. Go ahead and just put another one right along there. And now we have a lot of zoning in place, so we should catch up right away. We do have water need along the avenue. Let's go ahead and put that in here. Bring this over like that too. Very good. We don't have access to the unemployment rate just yet, at least not the easy way. The other way to get it is to go to statistics, and then we can see employment percentage, and we are over 90% employed, so we actually need more people. And we will have more people come in a moment. We're going to need police and fire at some point. Let's go ahead and get those in place. Those are expensive, but oh, you know what we should do? And maybe this is part of why we're having issues with our power, come to think of it. And our water. Yep, that's totally what the issue is. I rarely mess with the budget, and so of course I forgot that we had touched it. And now we probably have a ton of everything. Yep. But our budget is fine, so we'll keep an eye on that and go from there. So we are about to hit another milestone, and when we get there, we will unlock park areas and industry areas. Then we want to get up to 2,400. There we go, tiny town. We'll get this up to 2,400 before we call it a day, but I want to get some roads in here now. We have much more money. What did we unlock? Probably death care, actually. Do we have a cemetery down here? No, so death care is not an issue yet. I don't know when we get that. 2,400. That's when we have to start worrying about that. Okay, so the road, we can bring it down like this. Okay, so that should fill in pretty quick, and then we'll go from there and see what we get. I feel like this city is starting to come together. You can start to feel a little bit of what it's going to be like. I do want to see if we have highways yet. Not yet. We get those at 2,400. But I really feel like it needs another interchange over here that will be a major interchange actually for the whole city. And we're actually getting quite a lot in place for this young town. I think maybe what we'll do is this road would probably be a bit bigger too, or even maybe we get this as a one-way going that way and this one is a one-way coming down that way, and then they come down and become this straight road here. which we've got a pretty big slope here. I think I will fix that. Let's get all of that as a slope. And that one as well. Now we just have these giant buildings that are completely out of place. See if we do terrain height. Nope. Slope objects. There we go. I will live with that. Not ideal, but it will be fine. But anyway, I feel like, yeah, if this road, we're going to make this into a one-way. And this is probably, oh, look, 2,400. Very good. So now we have 2 more tiles that we can build. We can get quite a bit in here now. But like this is going to be a major road going out. And then this would be the major road going in. With this being like an older part of town. Let's go ahead and replace all of this. Or like flip it around. And then we're going to bring... yeah, let's bring it like this. And then from there, maybe it's the national highway. So you could get an interchange here that feeds that, and then we'll get another one out this way. But you can see this one way comes in here. Let's redo this area. There we go. And maybe that will end up... I mean, you're going to have a bit of traffic here. But it will work okay for now, at least. Yeah, and then that goes down, and I think that can be the main commercial drag. So let's actually come in here, and we're going to take out all of this residential. And this is all going to be commercial instead. There we go, and of course I've got these facing the wrong way still. And then we can get an interchange out here, like I said. And this would be a wider road. There we go. So I think that gets that in place. Let's go ahead and get this all paved over here. And I think budget-wise, we're in pretty good shape now. So all of a sudden, we have a lot of traffic coming over here now instead of going all the way around the long way. And we don't have much filling in here, but let's go ahead and get residential over here. Demand right now is for residential. And we'll get all of this filled in, and then we haven't even bought any tiles just yet, which is pretty good. That means that the map is very buildable. It's just a matter of getting the style you want then. I have no major issues with the map in terms of usability. We do, I mean, again, I've mentioned this a couple of times now that I'm not too keen on the way the traffic gets into the Czardus Square, but it's acceptable. It isn't terrible. Let's go ahead and get a cemetery in here. Tuck it right back there. That'll make them happy, and I think that is about where I'm going to leave it. So we have made progress. We got started here. We kind of have the start of the feel of a city, and I think it would be fun to fill it out the rest of the way. I will let you do that though. So I hope you enjoy this. and take a look at the map and go from there. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.